Hi, good evening, everyone. This is just an update on things moving forward. What my plans are, and what I'm trying to achieve, and the struggles that I'm having finding relationships, being around the LGBTQ plus spectrum. Uh, Basically, I'd just like to say that I am a lot more settled and stable since I self-discharged from certain services. I'm a lot more happier in myself, and I feel that I can be a bit more congruent to myself and the people that I'm working with now. I feel that I don't have to try to be something that I'm not, and I feel like I can be myself. I'm still getting anxiety about cross dressing and wearing women's clothes around the home and that, but a couple of weeks ago I did buy a new dress. I don't know if I made a video on that, but I did buy a new dress from Primark. It was £13, quite like it. I think 13, I'm not sure. But yes, one of the main goals at the moment is trying to get my driving license back. I have been trying to get my license back for about a year now, and it's my driving license application form has been refused, uh, has been revoked. My driving license application has been revoked for non-compliance and failure to attend an appointment on the 15th of September. Um, I had a meeting with a doctor over Teams in August. This was with my care team, who I'm sadly not with now, but I'm a lot more happier in myself. But the doctor said that by law, because and they don't know me, and they've never met me before, the appointments have to be face to face. So he made uh, he made an appointment. He made an appointment uh, on the on the for the 15th of September with a social worker and the doctor. Um, However, the day before, the doctor had refused to do the driving license application, and she wrote back to the social worker, or contacted her, and then wrote back, I her interpretations of the forms and the questions were different to how I was interpreting it. It's like some of the questions are like anxiety and about how it affects you and that. To be totally honest with anxiety and that, part of my coping strategies and that is to talk about it on emails, which is what I've been doing. And I've been talking about it on emails, saying I'm getting these thoughts and feelings. However, this is what I'm doing to overcome it. I'm going to the driving range near where I live. I'm going for a walk. I'm trying new groups. I'm going to the new groups that I'm trying: creative writing, yoga, and a few other things as well that I'm trying to get into. So it was like I'm like reading the criteria. The way I read the criteria is the way that I read the criteria is it's okay to have the intrusive thoughts, the anxiety, the worries, but it's how you deal with it and how you manage it. I'm being I've been told to follow a certain criteria, certain plans, but it always bites me back in the backside. There's been some times where my social worker did say that, try to explain that it was contradictory in that, but they didn't want to do it, so I got my license revoked for that, not for the doctor, but for failing to attend a meeting. However, with that team, which it was one of the reasons that was causing me anxiety, and that was I was taught to follow certain safety plans, certain rules, regulations. Safety plan was changed in January to stop incidents where the police and that came out generally, uh, to stop incidents with the police and that coming out generally, but like intrusive thoughts and feelings, when I am told to talk about intrusive thoughts and feelings, I always say that they're always saying that I'm making threats and that when I'm not. So there's been some times where even with the new rules and regulations, they're saying I'm making threats, got me arrested, told by a solicitor that when I'm talking about intrusive thoughts and feelings, that I'm actively breaking the law, and I'm just trying to say that I've got the anxiety, I've got no intent, and it's like they're telling me to follow certain rules and regulations, but they're not obeying by it themselves. However, touch wood and that, with that team, I've been discharged, but I am feeling a lot more better in myself, a lot more positive. I'm not getting, I'm not getting, I'm not getting the anxiety. I'm not getting the intrusive thoughts. However, it just really annoys me just about the driving license. That's the only thing that I'm worried about at the moment. So my plans moving forward are to. I was going to go to a group last week out of town. Could get the bus there. However, due to Formula One being on, it was like a sprint type weekend, and I paid a lot of money for it for the package. I stayed at home, watched the Formula One, uh, which really enjoyed. To be honest with you, if I was Stefano Domenicali and I ran F1, one of the rules or one of the changes that I would bring in would be that when a driver's position is sealed in the championship, to then hand their race seat over to a test driver, a reserve driver, or a young driver. That way, it gives more people in that, uh, more people in that a chance of being able to experience a Formula One car. Like for instance, Max Verstappen won the championship on Saturday on the sprint race. So once his position had been 100% sealed in the championship, then under what I'd bring in would be he's not able to race for the rest of the season. His race seat goes to development, test driver, or reserve drive. That way, it gives them more experience and more track experience with driving a Formula One car. That's how I'd change that anyway. But I don't know if that's going to change or not. But that's one of the ideas that I've had. Some of the ideas that I'm having that I'm looking at are to go to yoga again, which is on Thursday. Depending on situations at home, I'm just waiting for an electrician to come do certain upgrades to certain electrical jobs that need doing. So it's when he can fit me in. Not COVID. I've had a cold since before I went away. The week before I went away, it's clearing up a bit now. I'm still sore from my flu jab the other day, but also I've looked at a creative writing group for LGBT where you're writing things but with an LGBT twist. I really enjoyed that. However, I'm not sure when the next one is. I've emailed, messaged people to try and get that sorted. Hopefully, my communication therapist reports are done. I'm wanting to work with me for extra things privately, so I just need to see what her reports are or her prices are. I'm going to discuss this in the meeting tomorrow with her. However, I was supposed to attend that meeting last week. However, the microphone stopped working on my laptop. I thought it was a browser issue because it was coming up as a browser issue. But then the camera software that I'm using now, I tried tried that just for a couple of seconds to record, see if my voice was recording. However, it wasn't, so I had to reformat the laptop completely. And then a couple of things went wrong under setup, and then I had to get the Microsoft Disability team to remote access the laptop just to finish off a couple of things, and trying to get things sorted that way. So my laptop, hopefully, if this video gets posted, that my mic's fine, and hopefully my luck would be that it works tonight and it doesn't work tomorrow again. But it worked. The mic worked last time at the meeting, but I don't know why it stopped working last time. But yeah, I'm just having a bit of a clear out at home. I've got some ideas of what I want to do at home. I've been working on the ideas whilst I've been away, but I'm gonna have to sell some stuff, get rid of some stuff to make some room. I was a little bit annoyed on Monday, on Sunday, sorry, because I'd been having a tidy up. I put some items online for free. For free, it was like a curtain pole, some shoes, and a large cardboard box, and an old laptop power supply. Someone messaged about the curtain pole and the shoes, said they were going to turn up at 12. But they didn't. So I've been waiting in all day. If they had turned up, I could have gone to the driving range for a little bit before the Formula One race started. But they didn't turn up. I messaged the person after. They didn't turn up. Or they didn't respond. The original person hasn't responded yet either. They haven't responded yet either. Then a guy messaged me Monday night or Sunday night, said he could come yesterday, but I've not heard anything back from him. I had offered him more items than that. The train set, table, and that I'm trying to get rid of. Someone's made me an offer on that. However, I'm just waiting to see what the auction goes with that. There was something that I'd listed online last week, and the lady was going to come from Harrogate, and I'm like, by the time I'm like, I would have liked to have sold it, but I'd rather be genuine and being honest, and like let her know that if it was me personally, by the time you've paid for fuel to come to Darlington, give me what I wanted, you can buy the item brand new on eBay for £40 with a year's guarantee, free delivery. And I'm like, if it was me personally, that's how I'd like to go down. I don't like to rip people off. So I was trying to do her a favour. Just being honest, open and honest that way. If she wanted to make an offer, I would have might have accepted it or not, but I would have still gave the advice that if you got bought from me, it's going to work out cheaper getting a brand new one on eBay with free delivery and a year's guarantee. I know what I'd rather do. So Harrogate's about 2 hours, maybe slightly more from where I live, or slightly less, I don't know. So I've got some ideas. I know that I'm wanting to explore more my feminine side, my femininity, gender, sexuality. I have been looking at wearing bras and that, but I don't want a bra where I've got to put the inserts in or the silicone. I'd rather have it all built into the bra, but I've not found anything suitable yet. However, I bought a nice dress the other day, a couple of weeks ago. However, what my other plan is to try to change the walk-in cupboard space in the bedroom to a dressing room for all my female stuff, where I can hang clothes at the top, put a desk at the bottom, electrics, lights, that kind of thing. Someone's coming tomorrow possibly to give me a quote to get that done, possibly some plastering that as well. but I'm looking into that. Going to see Kylie at the Royal Albert Hall. I'm going to email my uh, representative from New Look just to say that I've got things sorted with the advocate now, and I've got a more permanent advocate in place. Hopefully, I can get my work experience. So yeah, the plans are starting to work. I'm feeling a little bit more settled, a little bit more stable in that. The main thing that upset me really about the driving license and that last week was beyond my control. I did try to contact the DVLA about the situation that they're revoking my license for non-compliance, and that when I've been totally honest in that with them, because the reason it's going to take longer in the long run for me to get my license back doing it this way, because I'm going to have to reapply again, submit the reports off again, then going to have to rewrite to the doctors and that again. So I'm a little bit annoyed and a little bit upset like that. And I did message the DVLA last week, say that I can't afford to lose my license, but like the team that I was under kept saying it wasn't important. Then they're saying they hadn't received the paperwork, but we know they had. But yeah, I'm a lot more happier in myself. Just want to get my license back. That's going to be another thing ticked off my list. I don't know what. Yeah, so I've been looking at trying to get other ideas and that working in the pipeline. Do want to go out more dressed. I do want to dress more at home. I've got a couple of nice dresses, not lingerie or anything yet. I've got some tights or something, but yeah, I want to explore. But yeah, I went to a social group last night. Had a meeting today about things, so I'm feeling a lot more better. I'm feeling a lot more better, a lot more stable, and a lot more routine based, and that. And it's like yeah. One of the other issues and that I am struggling with still is to start dating on the LGBTQ plus, and basically, and it's part of my autism as well. I struggle to make friends, relationships. Things get misinterpreted, misrepresented. However, I am getting out more and trying to meet new people. I've been registered on Grindr and that for a few years because there's some settings on there that allow you to meet transgender women. As I say, that I am attracted to transgender women and I'm attracted to cis women as well. So there was this guy on there saying that I shouldn't be on Grindr or anything for being attracted to transgender women, when the specific settings on Grindr to allow you to look for transgender women. So that's a little bit more upsetting than that. However, not really any response from Grindr and that. I do get responses from people on Grindr, but I don't get messages as such about meeting up or anything like from people nearby. I was on holiday last week and I did start speaking to someone on there. Not last week, the week before, sorry. And they said, would like to meet up. Could I add her on Instagram? And then I think she deleted her Grindr account, and then I think she removed my contact request on Instagram as well, so I'm not really happy about that. General dating sites like Plenty of Fish, Badoo, when that I don't get any response. Specialist sites tailored for transgenders and admirers, I get more response from them. But the issue is the people that I speak to aren't local within where I live. I can travel around the local area without a car or anything at the moment because I have a bus pass. I do have a train pass as well, but my dad works on the railway and I can only use that for certain things. But yeah, if I do start dating as well, they're going to need to be more open and understanding about the fact that I do want to dress, I want to wear women's clothes, I want to be feminine sometimes, and also my autism, Asperger's. But yeah, it's just little baby steps. After this video's gone out, I'm going to be emailing my representative from New Look and that kind of thing. So I am trying to get things back in the pipeline and that as well. One thing regarding my driving license and that I may or may not have mentioned was when I was on holiday, my communication therapist was in the process of liaising with the DVLA to see if she could do the forms, but she'd messaged me to ask for some further information, but then it's like the DVLA haven't been back in touch with her, so just hopefully that they're gonna take this letter that I've typed up to send a little bit more serious, because I need to get the right people into doing the forms. One of my social workers have said that the issue is regarding certain forms, certain rules, certain criterias, is that because people don't know me, they can't give an accurate picture, so that's why I'm going to try to see if I can get it handed over to more of the social care stuff. But yeah, I'm still feeling like I'm getting passed on a bit from pillar to post, because I was at the doctor's yesterday. There, I contacted the doctors about something. They said that I need to contact my community team, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm like, ring back. I've been discharged. I've been discharged from them. I have a letter to say that I've been discharged, and they're like, we 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 um we don't believe you've been discharged. You haven't been discharged. You need to contact them. So then I went into the doctors and said the same thing. They said they've had a letter to say that I can't make any email contact. However, I'm like, I've been discharged, and I'm like, I've got a letter to say that I've been discharged. So I got home, forwarded all the evidence, and that I had to prove that I've been discharged. So I'm like, what I don't get is, and I don't know if anyone has gone through this experience as well. What I don't get is, or anything similar, what I don't get is, if I'm telling them I've been discharged and I've got the letters to say that I've been discharged, why do they argue with you and say you haven't been discharged, you need to contact them, and like get abrupt on that? Why can't they just say, honestly, that we haven't received any evidence, and as far as we're aware, we haven't received any evidence, and as far as we're aware, you haven't been discharged. However, if you've got the paperwork to prove that you've been discharged, would you be able to email us or bring in a copy of your evidence to prove that you've been discharged? It's like ridiculous. There was another incident as well where I went to the town hall to speak to someone from social services. They told me that I needed to ring this person, and I was like arguing with them. That person doesn't want to work with me anymore, and they're not part of my care anymore. But we've spoke to your social worker. They've said that they're part of your care, and I'm like, they're not. I spoke to that person this morning, and they said that. So yeah, there's just a couple of things in the miscommunication and that needs sorting as well. But basically regarding them little incidents, the team that I'm working with at the moment, I'm quite happy, quite content, feeling a lot more stable in myself. Hopefully in a few weeks I'll be able to wean myself off some extra tablets that the doctor gave me when all this mess was starting off. But yeah, I feel a lot more happier in myself, a lot more stable. Just need to start getting out and going to different groups and that again. As I say, I've got someone coming over tomorrow to give me a quote for the dressing room. Hopefully I can work with Emily again, who is autistic and communication therapist, who will quite get on with really well. But yeah, I know she said her prices are expensive, and it might be cheaper getting a counsellor in that or something in the long run. However, I'd like to try working with her on a temporary basis until I can get the other procedures and that set up. However, I'm looking at things. Hopefully the electrician's going to come this week to sort some stuff out. Got some plans in my head of how I want to get things working and that. As I say, I had this idea about getting the dressing room and that sorted before I went on holiday a day or two before. However, um, however, I needed to get rid of some stuff. To be honest with you, the train set table would be the right size to go in the cupboard on the landing, but I think I tried putting that in there the day that I moved in, or the day before that I moved in, and the issue was to do with the way that the door is, to do with the layout of the room and getting into it. It's not like the door's not like straight. The door's at the front of the cupboard, but the cupboard's wider than what the door is, I think. So yeah, it's not going to fit, I don't think, but I don't use it anyway, so just try to get some stuff out of her, emptied out of the cupboards, try to get a bit more space, a little bit more space, a little bit more fresh mindset, put some money towards girly clothes, girly things, or towards getting my room done, which is girly, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot more better, a lot more happier. Got some ideas. Looking forward to seeing Kylie again. To be honest with you, I'm quite surprised that I managed to get tickets as well, and for the price I did, because it's at the Royal Albert Hall, and I thought they'd be a lot more expensive than I did. I do admit that I get tickets, buy one get one free, because of carers tickets and that, because I'm autistic and my mum's my carer. However, I was expecting the tickets to be a lot more than what I paid, because of the type of event it's at. But I did try getting tickets when they went on sale. The concert, the concert had been the day that the concert went on sale. I did try getting tickets, however, it sold out. So I'd messaged the event whilst I was on holiday. No, a couple of weeks before I went on holiday, sorry, and they messaged me back whilst I was on holiday. I think it was a Friday. Just to say, we don't have any tickets. As you're a Kylie fan, you'll realise how popular she is. They sent me a link to fill in. And they sent me a link to fill in. And yeah, they sent me a link to fill in, and I said I just don't know how to fill it in. Would you be able to keep an eye out for some tickets? So this was with the time of this, I started messaging them, and that'd be great, that'd be fine. However, about an hour, 13 minutes later, I'd received an email to say that 2 tickets have just become available. Would I be interested? Message back, yes, I'd be interested. However, I'm currently away. I don't want to use my phone whilst I'm away because of the charge will cost a fortune, so they kept it on hold. And then I paid for the tickets as soon as I got back. Not really got back as soon as I got to my mum's. I dropped my stuff off here first, and then my mum's for tea. So yeah, got a few things to look forward to. A couple of projects in my mind. Gonna go to the driving range and that more again. I don't know if I'm gonna go tomorrow or whatever yet. I don't know what day I'm gonna go this week because I do want to go, but I've still got people coming over to give me quotes and that. So then going to post that letter off to the DVLA, which hopefully clears things up. However, I'm just waiting for another letter to go in with that. But yeah, things are starting to move forward again. I'm a lot more settled. I'm a lot more happier, and I'm a lot more stable. Really, just a little bit annoyed that I've never dated before. I'm still classed as a virgin. But yeah. If you want to know more or are on the LGBT spectrum, or if you're female or transgender or want to know me a bit more, feel free to message me. Thank you. Bye.